What is up, guys? My name is Luca Gray and I want to welcome you to my first day in the life video. The reason why I decided to make this video is because I live a very different lifestyle than anybody else I know. So I decided to show you the ins, the outs, and the nuances of everything I do every single day. I recently started my journey of building an online business through content, and a lot of stuff goes on behind the scenes that people wouldn't really recognize. So without further ado, let's get right into it. I changed my shirt because now we're gonna go hit a workout. I live here in Costa Rica, so it's very beautiful, very scenic. Let's take a walk down there and see what happens. I'm gonna give you guys a little bit of backstory just so you know why the hell I'm out here in Costa Rica, what is going on, who is this guy. I'm from Canada and I'd never lived in a place like Costa Rica. After COVID, I'm sure a lot of you guys can relate with this, is I lost all my income. I lost my job, I couldn't work. After that, I really had a realization that I didn't want to keep doing that. I wanted to start traveling, I wanted to start seeing the world, so I decided to take money that I had saved and I ended up going to Miami, meeting people there. I ended up going to Medellin, Colombia, meeting a ton of people there, and I really fell in love with this tropical vibe. Through losing my business, I actually befriended a YouTube influencer from Kitchener, Ontario. He decided he wanted to move his business and become a digital nomad. This guy, over the course of 2 years, had become my mentor of sorts. He was messaging me on Instagram, giving me advice, taking a look at my videos, taking a look at my TikToks, and we had built a great friendship over time. And he decided, hey, you want to help me build my business? I'll take care of the majority of the expenses and you can come and work on your business as long as you help me out in return. I ended up making just enough money to stay here for a full year. This year is dedicated to me making content so I can become a digital nomad myself. Moral of this story is COVID was a shitty time and it was terrible for everybody, but there are some silver linings in a lot of this stuff and you guys just need to look for them and take that leap of faith, man. Now, 2002 was a crazy year for me and it was amazing because this is when I caught my momentum and I caught the stride for consistency in the gym, consistency with work, and consistency with a lot of different stuff. I actually became obsessed with consistency last year because of how powerful it is. And one thing that I know was holding me back this entire time was alcohol, because I was a DJ. I wanted to go out and party. I wanted to go out and do drugs. I wanted to go to raves and hang out with hot girls. And the issue with that is on those days where you're getting drunk, you wake up and you feel like shit and it's hard to muster up the discipline to do it the next day. So from Monday to Friday, I was in the gym every day and I had high hopes, I had high ambitions. By the time Saturday, Sunday, even Monday sometimes rolls around, you're hungover, you skip the gym once. The next day is easier to skip because you skipped the day before. Since I quit drinking in 2022, I go to the gym Saturday, Sunday, and Monday. So I never take a single day off. Momentum is fully taken over for me now, and it's harder to stop doing my routine than it is to just keep going. the morning routine. Finally, it takes forever. I personally love my morning routine though, because it's the reason why I'm so consistent and how I get so much done every single day. I found this morning routine from a book called The Miracle Morning by Hal Elrod. You start every day with silence, affirmation, visualization, exercise, reading, and scribing, which is another word for journaling. Once I'm done this, I can easily continue on to the harder tasks because I haven't already done the path of least resistance for the day. And now going on to the actual work, like editing or stuff that I don't really want to do, is way easier to do because I'm already in a positive flow, positive momentum. So now I'm gonna get started on my editing because I have a deadline on Friday. I'm gonna get to work on that, and then I'll do a few more things after that. All right, so after the bulk of the content is all done, I like to move on to something a little bit more fun so I can get into a creative flow. I'm a singer, so I find a beat on the internet, I'll write some music to it and have it for something if I want to record it later, or if it's something that I want to release, I might do something with that. I do like to keep my creativity sharp because it's very useful for creating videos, for creating content, for creating anything. And it's very fun too. So I'm going to show you what that looks like for me, and then we'll move on to the rest of the day. So after spending all of that time inside, or at least on my own, not talking to anybody, I like to take a trip to the mall where there's a lot of people, where there's a lot of interactions to be had. I found that since I quit drinking, I discovered I had a lot more social anxieties than I was willing to even admit to myself, especially around beautiful women. So I want to go there, maybe get a few numbers, maybe interact with a few new people, just to keep my social skills sharp and so that I keep improving every single day, not just with my business, but with my social skills as well. Nothing says a mall trip like terrible food that you spent too much money on that's gonna kill you. I decided not to cook my own dinner tonight, so this will be what I'm eating. I feel terrible after this, but this is pretty much living the dream, I'd say. All right, so that's pretty much what my day looks like from the moment I wake up to the moment I go to sleep. One thing that I love doing these days, because I've already told you guys, I used to be a huge degenerate. I used to go out and party all night long, and I missed out on so much of my life. I didn't have the body I wanted, I didn't have the income I wanted, I didn't have the life I wanted in general. Once I quit partying and I started to value the right things, I started valuing consistency so that I can build Rome one brick at a time instead of expecting it to happen right away. So let's take a look at what I do to unplug before I go to sleep so I can get good quality sleep, wake up early and do it all again the next day and tally off one more day towards my dreams.